In the last 8 weeks, there has been more discussion of inequality of income and wealth in the society, of the intertwining of wealth and power in America, of the impunity of Wall Street than there has been for years beforehand. So for 8 weeks, there's been a kind of national deliberation, national discussion that this movement has catalyzed. It's quite remarkable because Occupy Wall Street is only about 8 weeks old. It's very early days, I think, in the beginnings of a new progressive movement in this country.
You call this just the beginning, so obviously you think that this will spread, it will gain power, it will gain attention.
I've compared it to the progressive era 100 years ago, when we had a Gilded Age, when we had fantastic concentrations of wealth at the top which were threatening democracy. The progressive movement that came took decades actually to turn the tide. This is just 8 weeks, so it's an early start, but I think a really amazing one in terms of how the public's attention has been turned to important issues. And I think while the tactics will change over time and there will be new methods of activism, and I do think there will be more politics around this, not only protest but also politics, even electoral politics. The issues that have been raised by Occupy Wall Street will become central issues of our politics.
Do you think at this point, though, as you say, 8 weeks into this movement, that Occupy, the movement really around the world, represents the sentiment of the masses? Are the masses on board with this?
I think that Occupy Wall Street definitely is channeling a great deal of dissatisfaction in America. And what the opinion polls show is a widespread feeling that Washington has become a special interest group, that powerful corporations really control policy in America. And from a policy point of view, the broad majority of Americans want to tax the rich. They're right about that. They know that the current tax system is a system of impunity and irresponsibility at the top. And so the messages coming from here are widely felt in the United States.
You have been very critical of President Obama building up his campaign fund. That said, you've been a supporter of the president as well. You've said someone should run for president that will not take, quote unquote, the big bucks. In your opinion, though, Jeff, is campaign financing the biggest problem right now?
Campaign financing is a huge problem, and the first thing I recommend is that President Obama be that candidate. He should stop today, say no more. I take no more than $99 from donors, no more of these $35,800 a plate dinners that he's been having all over the country. He doesn't need that. He gets plenty of publicity. He needs to tell the American people no more to these lobbies, no more to the influence of Wall Street in the White House, no more big campaign contributors. He could run just on the support of the American people alone. He doesn't need $1 billion war chest. He needs the trust of the American people. Then we'll re-elect him.